Hi, I'm Sharon. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to focus on releasing tension from the upper back. So it's a part of the body where a lot of us hold our stress and our tension. We tend to pull the shoulders up to the ears. We're a little bit tense. That can cause tightness in the shoulders and the neck. Plus, we spend a lot of our days on our computers, on our devices, which can pull the shoulders forward. It can mean that the chin starts to jut forward. So we're going to do some work in this video to release the tension, to bring the shoulders back and just to mobilize that whole area. One thing you are going to need for this workout is a large towel, so a bath sheet size towel, which we can fold up and use as a bolster a little bit later on. You may also want to grab a cushion or a yoga block if you have one, just for the seated part at the very start of this video. It does make sitting on the floor a little bit more comfortable for our mobilization with our twist. So if you want to pause the video and grab those things, and then we'll get started. So I want you to sit comfortably, whether that's on your cushion, on the floor, or even on a chair. Think about lengthening through your spine. Stack your rib cage directly above your pelvis. And then just notice where your shoulders naturally fall. You may just want to draw them back slightly. Lengthen through the neck and then let your shoulders relax. Take a few deep breaths. Feeling your rib cage expand as you take that breath in. Just allowing your shoulders to soften and to relax. And then start to slowly roll the shoulders. So bring them straight up to your ears and then roll them back and down. Keeping your arms relaxed as you do this. We'll do a couple of circles in the opposite direction as well. Making those circles as large as you can. But not to the point of feeling discomfort. So if it's uncomfortable, then keep those circles a little bit smaller. Okay, let's bring the hands up, fingertips on the shoulders now, and then we're circling with those elbows. And again, as large as you can without causing any discomfort. And really starting to mobilize into your shoulders. Do a few circles in the opposite direction. Keeping that length in your spine, so keep sitting up tall. And then we're going to bring the hands together. So your thumbs are going to rest on your collarbone. Your fingertips are going to lightly touch your chin. Now, if you know that you're prone to pushing your chin forwards, I want you to bring the head back, but without pushing the chin up. So pushing back from the chin and from the forehead so that your chin sits gently on top of your fingertips. And then you're going to slowly twist to the side. So we're going to mobilize through the middle of the back now. We want the whole of the spine to be mobile. Even if it's the upper back that we're focusing on in this video, we still need to look at the body as a whole rather than just its individual parts. So getting a little bit more mobility into the spine is going to help regardless of where you're feeling that discomfort in your body. So you're breathing out as you twist away from the center and breathing in as you come back. And by having your chin resting on your fingertips here, it's just going to encourage you to keep your head still. Often when the back is a little bit stiff, the head starts to turn, and we think we're turning further than we are, but we're actually cheating ourselves by turning from the neck, not from lower down in the spine. Still lengthening through the spine. So still sitting up really tall. And then notice to see if you're moving the lower half of the body. Ideally, we want the pelvis to be really stable here. So we're not twisting, and then we're not shifting the weight. We're not rocking from side to side. Let's do one more twist to each side. And then when you come back to the center, we're going to come around onto your hands and your knees. Place your hands right underneath your shoulders and your knees under your hips. And then just think about that length through the spine. So we want to stay quite relaxed here. Pelvis is quite relaxed and your head is going to stay relaxed. You're going to use the shoulders here to lower your chest down towards the floor, but you're not going to bend your elbows. So you're going to let the chest slowly fall between the upper arms, and then you're going to push the floor away from you as the chest comes up. As your chest drops down, you should feel those shoulder blades moving in towards one another in the upper back, and then you push away. And what we're trying to do here is encourage that movement to happen without the need to rock the pelvis forward and back. So I want you just to let that pelvis relax. Relax through your neck, relax your head. Think about the chest moving up and down, the shoulders coming in towards one another. Let's do a couple more. And release. Okay, you might want to just roll those shoulders out a couple of times, and we're going to lie down onto your back. And a really nice exercise for your spine mobility is your shoulder bridge. So if you can bend your knees, have your feet flat on the floor, but you're just going to bring those heels a little bit closer to your bum. Feet should be about hip width apart, and then your arms are down by your side. Tilt your pelvis forward and back a few times and find your neutral spine, so that natural curve through the lower back. And then tilt the pelvis so that your lower back presses down towards the floor, and we'll start to lift the spine slowly up, one vertebrae at a time. Now we're aiming to get those hips up high enough that we have a straight line from the knees to the hips to the shoulders. And then we're going to roll the spine slowly back down again. Try and bring it down one vertebrae at a time. Allowing the pelvis to come back into neutral. And then start again with that pelvic tilt. Breathe out as you slowly peel your spine away from the mat. Up into that bridge. Take a breath in. Breathe out again and release the spine down. One vertebrae at a time, touching the floor. Come back to neutral. And again, exhale, tilt the pelvis. Press your weight evenly through the bottom of your feet, keeping your knees hip width apart. And slowly back down, breathing out. And keep the length through the back of the neck here. So you might need to adjust the position of your head sometimes if you feel that your chin is starting to lift up to the ceiling. Just a little nod of the head to get the length back into your neck. Let's do a couple more. And slowly down. Making the movement as smooth as you can. Last one. Breathing out, peeling the spine off the mat. Take a breath in at the top. Exhale slowly as you bring the spine back down again. And returning into neutral. Now we're going to sit up for a second. And this is where you're going to need your towel. So if you can fold the towel lengthways, so you've got a long sort of sausage shape, if you like, and then fold it in half. And you're going to use it at the top end of the mat. So your pelvis is going to be off the spine, off the towel, and then the upper part of your spine is going to be on the towel. If you normally have some support underneath your head when you're lying on the floor, you may want to place that on the mat as well. So you could place your little cushion or your block up at the top of the towel. So if you can lie yourself down, and I can just fold the top of my towel over, and that gives me a little bit of support for my head. Okay, knees are bent, so you have your feet flat on the floor. And you're going to bring your arms up and then slowly reach back over the top of your head. Bringing the backs of your hands, so your knuckles, towards the floor. Now, if you've got some tightness there, they may not go all the way to the floor. So I want you just to make sure, as you reach the arms back, that your rib cage isn't lifting up and you're not arching through your back. Slide the front of the rib cage down towards your pelvis and stay stable through the trunk of your body. So you may be floating off the floor, you may be taking your hands back onto the floor. Now think about children making snow angels, and you're going to do the same with your arms. You're going to take those arms out to the side, come all the way around, down to the sides of your body, and then come back up again. Now, as you come back up, you may notice that your hands come away from the floor. That's fine. Again, just working within a range that is comfortable for you. And gradually over time, you'll find that those shoulders will open up a little bit and you'll be able to get your hands a bit closer to the floor. So we're going to do a few more of these, just allowing those shoulders to open up. Also opening up through the chest. So you might feel a little bit of a stretch through the chest here, through those pectoral muscles. But with that awareness on your spine, and make sure that you're not popping the rib cage up or lifting and arching through your lower back. Let's bring those arms down one more time. And then we're going to change the position of the arms. So I want you to turn from the shoulders so that your palms are facing in towards one another. And now it's the tip of your thumb that's pointing down towards the floor. Now see if you can keep those arms rotated that way as you come out to the side. We're not coming all the way down to the side of the body here. Maybe just out into a T position and then coming back up again. Now this is a little bit more challenging. So you may find if you had the backs of your hands on the floor for the last exercise, this time maybe you're not quite so close to the floor. We're going to do that one more time with those thumbs pointing at the floor, maybe even touching the floor. And then we're going to change the position again slightly. So we'll bring the arms back over and down to your side. Now if you can straighten out your left leg, shift your hips slightly over to the right, just a small shift, an inch or two. Cross your right foot over onto the outside of your left leg and then roll your body over to your left. Okay, you may want to put your left hand on your leg just to secure in that position, but your whole body should be slightly rolled over to the left side. So it's just lifted your left shoulder away from the floor a bit. Now we're going to bring that left arm up. We're going to keep the thumb pointing down towards the floor. And we're going to do those small circles again. But again, we're only coming out to the side. We're not coming all the way down to the side of the body. Now, can you keep that rotation from the shoulder and keep that thumb pointing down or touching, tip of the thumb touching the floor? And back up. Let's do a couple more and then we'll switch over to the other side. If you find a spot where you feel, oh, I really need to just hold it there just to get a bit more of a release, then feel free to do that. You might just find you want to hang out in one particular spot where you feel like you're getting a really good release. And then we'll bring the arm down. Roll everything back up to the center. Let's go do the same on the other side. So the right leg lengthens. We'll just shift those hips slightly over to the left, cross the left foot over the right leg, and then roll the body over to the right. Okay, so that left shoulder should now be slightly away from the floor. Let's bring the left arm up. Take the thumb back towards the floor above your head. And then see if you can maintain that rotation as you come out to the side. And then back up again. It might feel different on one side to the other. Particularly if you do a sport, a racket sport, you might find that you have a little bit more muscle mass on one side to the other, so that will make it feel different. And again, I just watch, I just felt myself start to roll slightly there, just to help with the movement. So make sure that you're not rolling back over to the left. You really are opening up into the chest, into the shoulder. Keeping that arm rotated, bringing it back to the center, and then we'll bring that arm over and you can push yourself back up. So I hope you found those exercises useful. Hopefully by the time you finish that, shoulders are feeling really nice. Just got that sense of release through the top of the back into your shoulders. Please check out all my other Pilates videos that I have on my channel, and if you enjoyed them, I would love for you to subscribe, and I will catch you again very soon. Bye bye.